Let's talk equations today. So we have some questions to help us out with this. Remember, the ultimate goal is isolate the variable. That means to get it alone on one side with a +1 coefficient. All right, so we have 3x plus 6 equals negative 2x minus 4. So I'm going to split my sides just to remind me of two expressions. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is decide up front where you're moving your variables and where you want to move your constants, right? So it doesn't matter which way you choose, but this might just help us. So I know, okay, if I'm moving my variables to the left, my numbers have to go to the right side. So helping me organize my thoughts here. All right, are the variables on the same side? Well, right now I have x's on both sides, so no. So I'm going to use 0 pairs to move them to the same side. So I said I'm going to move to the right, so I'm going to 0 out, which is adding the opposite. So I'm going to add 2x because negative 2x plus 2x is 0. So I'm going to add 2x to the other side, right? This is 0. That's my whole goal, okay? All right, so now I add the two rows together. So I'm going to add my rows together. So 3x plus 2x is 5x. I still have this 6, so I have to add 6 equals negative 2x plus 2x was 0. And then I have them minus 4. Okay, so we did that. Now the variables are on the same side. They're all on the right, on the left. Are they alone? They're not alone. We have that plus 6 over here. So use 0 pairs to move the constant. So 6, positive 6, I'm going to subtract 6. Plus 6 minus 6 is 0. And I have to do the same thing on the other side. I always have to balance. Whatever you do to one side, exact same thing to the other side. All right. Then you add your rows together. So I have 5x, 6 plus negative 6, right? That's plus negative 6. That's a 0 pair, so I don't have that anymore, okay? And then I have negative 4 plus negative 6 plus negative 6, okay? We're adding more negatives, so we're going to get even more negative. That's going to be negative 10. Okay, variables are on one side, constants are on the other. Is my coefficient, the coefficient is the number attached to the variable, is that +1? No, right now it's +5. So it says divide both sides by the coefficient. So I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient. So I get x equals negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. Then I could plug negative 2 into my equation, double check that it makes sense. So I know that I'm good. All right, let's do it one more time. Negative 3x minus 1 equals x plus 3. So I'm going to draw my line to separate my two sides. Okay, decide where we're moving the variables. Let's go to the right this time, and we'll move the numbers, the constants, to the left. Okay, are the variables on the same side? Nope, we have them on the left and the right. Okay, no, use 0 pairs to move them to the same side. All right, so I want to 0 out negative 3x. Negative 3x, the opposite is positive 3x. That's what will create a 0 pair. We're going to add 3x to the other side. Remember, this would be a 1, okay? All right, so this is my 0 pair. It adds to 0. I'm left with negative 1 equals, add these rows. So 1x plus 3x is 4x, and I still have plus 3. All right. Now that the variables are on the same side, they're all on the right, are they alone? They're not. We have that plus 3. The opposite of positive 3 is negative 3. Do it to the other side for the balance. All right. Add the rows. Okay, so right here, this is negative 1 plus negative 3. So negative 1 plus negative 3 is negative 4 equals, we have 4x, and this is a 0 pair right here. So that added to 0, so we just have 4x. Okay, variable on one side, constants on the other. Is the coefficient, coefficient's the number attached to the variable, is it 1? Nope. So we're going to divide both sides. divide both sides by the coefficient. So I'm showing myself everything that I'm doing. Divide, so then I know what I'm actually dividing. -4 divided by 4 is -1 equals x. Boom, got it. Plug that -1 in where the x's are up in the original equation, and both sides should be equivalent. Okay, so that's the process for it. The process is the same. It doesn't matter which side you move things to, as long as you're using zero pairs, move the variables to one side, move the constants to the opposite side, and then divide by the coefficient, the number attached to the variable, over and over again.